Words hold meaning. But is there a difference between reading words and just hearing words? As college students, I'm sure all of you have much time to spare, and of course, you spend it reading. Okay, well, maybe not. You'll probably have to read a lot just for your classes here at Liberty, and to relax, you snuggle up with a good movie or maybe even a YouTube night. Have you ever thought about which is better for you, though? Have you considered the effects that watching movies and videos have on your brain and your body? Is it better to hear someone say something or to actively read something? Today, we're going to be talking about why books are in fact better than movies. This isn't just a personal opinion. Today, I'll be showing you how science itself supports this fact, and hopefully, this will make you read more. I will walk through two disadvantages to the lifestyle that movies have brought around, and then one advantage of reading books. Reading books is better than watching movies because movies have created a lifestyle of laziness and have ruined the mind's imagination. Books, however, inspire the mind and help it to grow. Alright, disadvantage 1. Movies have brought about a lifestyle of laziness in adults. You know what I mean, the slouched posture, the impression of you're behind on the couch, the 7 hours that pass by seamlessly. Do I have to go on? Frederick Zimmermann and Janice Bell, both of the Department of Health Services, stated, television might lead to obesity through three primary pathways: by displacing time that would otherwise be spent in physical activity, by promoting eating while viewing, which may foster both lower quality and higher quantity food intake, and by exposing children to food advertising, which adversely affects their diets. Zimmerman and Bell both share how movies and television in general have made people lazy and therefore increased obesity in the population. By watching movies, we're not moving around and we snack a lot. I know I can sit in one part of my house for hours and hours with just Netflix and a snack by my guide and not be bored at all. I could have used this time instead to do homework, work out, draw, or any numerous amount of activities. Movies have made people okay with spending hours in the same position with their eyes trained on a screen of a reality that isn't even true. We want to look a certain way and sound a certain way based off of how characters in movies look and act. This is not healthy and is one of the major disadvantages to watching movies. Next, movies ruin the mind's imagination. Colin McGinn, a British philosopher and professor, asks a very necessary question. He says, does our taste for fictional narratives explain our liking for movie narratives? We are quite aware that it is all just fiction, but fiction is what we crave, not quotidian reality. Movies mess with our minds by feeding us narratives that are all based on fictitious storylines and plots. The more we fill our minds with these thoughts and ways of life, the more we get depressed when we look at our own life and we see that it does not line up with the way movies portray life to be. We can no longer imagine what we want our life to look like in the future, as movies have shown us a way of life that makes it seem like a one-size-fits-all type of view. If we're not pretty, our lives are meaningless. If we don't have some horrible dark past, we're boring. And if we don't have the perfect ending with a successful job and family, did we even accomplish anything in this life? This picturesque view of life is not real, and is precisely the disadvantage that McGinn points out to be the impact that movies have on the mind. So, shifting away from that, let's look at the advantage for books. Books help to grow and inspire the mind. Ryuta Kashima from the Smart Aging International Research Center in Japan stated the task of reading aloud is accomplished with a combination of several cognitive processes. For example, recognition of visually presented words, conversion of these graphic representations to phonological representations, analysis of word meanings, and control of pronunciation. While this quote is talking about reading aloud, the same can be said for reading in general. This shows that there are multiple benefits to the mind when it comes to reading. By using all of these functions in your brain, you're strengthening those areas and creating new ones. Nerve cells in your brain, called neurons, grow stronger and multiply when you learn something new. You are constantly learning new vocab and topics when you're reading, which is why reading is one of the best ways to grow your brain and increase your knowledge. So ultimately, I hope today you were persuaded into thinking that reading is better than watching a movie. But if the reasons I mentioned above weren't enough for you, maybe this will persuade you. God wrote a book for all of humanity. Why does reading the Bible mean more to us than just watching a movie on it? Our brain is able to read and really ponder the words. We're able to make connections to our lives, and it is a way that God can really speak to us. Sure, movies can make you feel a certain way, but directors want you to feel that way. They purposely position certain things or said words in order to get a predetermined reaction out of you. Reading, instead, allows you to have original thoughts about a book's meaning and explore the possibilities of how it connects to the world around you. It allows for deeper questions and realizations about the world we live in. So next time you have some time to yourself, consider picking up a book to read. Expand your mind. Thank you.